viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. Well, some days our plans get derailed. That's kind of what happened to us today. Got this Chevy truck over here behind me. We've got the transfer case tore out of, and it's a whole nother sad story itself. I was gonna give you guys a full transfer case tear down, and I don't want to call it a rebuild, but a tear down and put back together. Needed a bearing and a couple other small parts. And unfortunately, I deleted all of my teardown footage on accident. It's always my habit to pick up I usually make about one video a day. Very rarely do I do two in the same day. So I just grab my camera, hit format, and then it all hit me. That big sinking feeling. I never took the date off from that card. So fortunately, you guys aren't gonna get to see that. But in either case, I came in today on a Saturday to finish that job and put the transfer case back together, but I called GM to see if they got my parts, and evidently there was some big snowstorm going through wherever their parts come from, and I'm not gonna have my parts now until Wednesday. So that's a whole nother bummer in itself, being Saturday. You know, we've got several more days to wait, truck's on the lift, yada yada. So we got a different plan. Today, me and Sheba here, because Vanessa and the kids are gone up to Buffalo to see her sister, so that's why I wanted to get some of this stuff done on Saturday, because I've got nothing else to do. And so we decided to take in a little bit of scrap metal, but then come to find out our local scrap metal yard is closed for the next 2 months because the prices are so low. But our scrap metal is starting to kind of overflow out there, and it's making a mess. And I don't want to get rid of all of it because it's really not worth anything, and it's not even really worth the trip to go do it, because the new place that we have to go to is about a half hour, 40-minute drive, and you know, the price of scrap will barely cover gas, so I'm not gonna bother getting a trailer and loading up all of it. But we are gonna take in some of it, and maybe some of you guys have never been along to the scrapyard to get rid of scrap metal. So thought, what the heck, let's grab the camera and at least make a video. So that there's what we're supposed to be working on today. All tore apart and cleaned up. The high-low fork is a little bit chewed up on this guy, so we'll be changing that. And I had a couple other little minor issues we're gonna be fixing, but not today. We've also got this engine sitting here that came from the salvage yard for this Pontiac Vibe, and it's no good. So we're waiting for them to bring us another one. So that's another minor setback. So you can see our brake rotor pile is more than full. Short steel's getting up there. Of course, we got bins full of, really small pieces of short steel, brake pads, things like that. They're all overflowing. Brake cleaner cans are overflowing. You guys probably didn't think there was gonna be any brake clean in this video, did you? So we got to get rid of some of the stuff. Right now, the most valuable stuff is brake rotors and drums, which really isn't that valuable. I think it's $168 a gross ton, which is like 2,250 pounds, 2,250 pounds. So it's not really worth anything. Of course, we're going to be putting it back at the ridge line, which only holds like, a bucket load anyways. But typically, I just bring down the trailer and we stick the bins on there with a forklift, and we take them in and get a little bit of mad money. But we got to get rid of some of it, at least till prices go up. Well, we end up with a little hodgepodge of everything. We got some rotors, a little pile of tin over there, your favorite brake clean, And then naturally we've got a little bit of short steel here, so that's probably about it for the old ridge line. Well, we gotta do a little Googling. I don't even know where this place is. So we'll figure out where it's at. We'll put it in the GPS, and I hope they're open. I did check, don't worry. They should be open. Last week they said they were gonna be open, but I have no idea where they are. All right, I think we've got it. Is this place?
Proceed to the highlighted route.
30
then
minutes.
Route guidance will start.
Alright, let's roll. Hey, Sheba, you ready to go? You all comfy? You ready? I think we ought to be getting close. We just dropped down into the valley. It says it's about a mile away. Alright. This looks like the place right here. Please use side door, it says. Alright, I'm gonna run in. I don't know if they allow cameras, so you guys wait right here. Alright, Sheba. They seem pretty nice. We gotta pull across the scale first. Get weighed in. I think the ridge line weighs 5,000 pounds right on the nose. Usually if I go up to take recyclables back to the dump there, that's about 5,000 pounds. So we'll see. We probably only got 1,800 pounds in there. Let's see. 6,620 pounds it says. According to the little scale up there. I don't know if you guys can see that from here or not. Probably not. Let's see, there it is. 6,620. So we got about 1,600 pounds on here. Evidently we gotta go out this way and see where the guy tells us to go. Oh man, we're dragging bottom. The guy's running a big excavator. Got a big scissor on it, he's cutting stuff up. That's it for the 10. scales again. Probably not even hardly a measurable amount. So what do we have? I guess it was 64.80. We'll go out and get rid of our short steel as soon as they give us the green light. Here we go. Be careful of these rocks, man. These things are pretty deep. We'll avoid them this time. What do you think, Sheba? Hey. Back on the scale again. Now we'll get rid of all of our brake rotors. What do we have there? 63.20. So we got about 1,300 pounds of brake rotors, it seems. And that, folks, is that. Final weigh-in. Man, it's super rough out here. Let's see, what do we weigh, Sheba? Yeah, 4,900 it says. That's because we're just about out of gas. That's pretty close estimate. Well, that's it. That's our last weigh-in. Just got to go inside now, see what everything amounts to. Probably won't be much, but something's always a little better than nothing, right? All right, so we're back out. And what they do. Let me cover this up. It's got my address on it. I don't want somebody stalking me. You guys already know where I work. So anyhow, that's how they break it down. Your tin, short steel, and brake rotors. And it looks like we had 1,420 pounds of brake rotors, 180 pounds of short steel, and 120 pounds of tin. So not a whole lot of weight. Probably enough for the ridgeline. You know, I don't think Honda had this in mind when they built these trucks, but gave us $106.73 of mad money. Hey, Sheba, huh? Mad money. You want to go get some booze and do some gambling now? We got some cash. Nothing? Sheba? 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 Hey. Huh? No? Why are you so hairy? Man, look at you. You're shedding like crazy. What do you want to do with it? Huh? You got a different idea? What do you want to do with it? Really? Okay. Are you serious? Alright. Well, Sheba said it, so we're going to do it. Well, in case you guys don't speak dog, I think Sheba here, who is can't stay awake right now, has a pretty wonderful idea. Okay, Google. Hornell Area SPCA.
Here is Humane Society Animal Shelter.
Let's get some directions here. Go inside. Come here. You behave when we're in here. Oop. Watch out.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
So this is Sheba.
What's his name?
Sheba.
Sheba? Hi.
So we came down to the Humane Society. This is where Sheba wants to go, remember? And we're going to take our money that we got from our scrap metal and we're going to donate it to a good use here to help out the other dogs and cats in the area. And so these folks can provide them with food and shelter and cleaning supplies for their shelters and help carry out their daily operations.
What a pretty girl.
Want to say hi, Sheba? No. You be a good girl.
Hi, Sheba.
So Sheba had something for you folks today.
Oh, good. What do you have?
Well, we were just at the scrapyard. We got a little bit of cash for taking in our junk. So we had $106 from scrap, and we'd like to add another $100 to that if we could.
That is not a small donation. Thank you very much.
Well, we've gotten animals here before. My wife likes cats, so I think we've gotten 2 cats from here.
Can I have your name and address?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, it's Eric.
Well, we really appreciate the donation. This will
Oh,
really
yeah.
help us a lot.
Yeah, we know how it's, how it is. And
You know, we try to do fundraisers too, and it's harder in the cold weather.
Oh, yeah,
It's hard
certainly.
to get people out, but
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sheba, thank you. Can I come around and say thank you
Oh,
to
yeah.
you?
Yeah. Sit.
Good girl, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So before we leave, what else could folks do if they didn't want to do a money donation?
Well, we're always looking for volunteers. We're very dependent on volunteers in our organization. Some people have skills, they're handy, they can help us build things and repair things. But we need people to come and walk dogs.
Okay.
We need people to spend time with the animals that we have in the shelter, because enrichment is also important. We have a free cat roaming room where people can go and sit with the cats, and cats get used to being with people, and it makes them much more adoptable.
Okay.
So they have nice homes like you. And if they wanted to give supplies, we actually had a girl who, instead of having a birthday party and having birthday presents, she asked everybody to bring supplies that are on
really?
our wish list.
Oh, okay. Yep. Which
You know,
type?
our wish list has got cleaning supplies, office supplies, cat food, dog food, toys for the animals, just, anything you would want for your pet at home.
Yeah.
So we try to give them as home-like an atmosphere as possible.
Yeah, and you could probably always use cleaning supplies and
Yep.
stuff here.
No, and
pencils,
I mean,
pens,
we have volunteers that come in and they, sweep them off the floors for us, and we are so grateful.
Okay, so it's not always cash donation or dog food donations. It can be any kind of voluntary service.
Time is really welcome.
Yep, time is valuable. We know that. Hey, Sheba, especially in our business, we're always under the gun, on the clock.
Yeah.
So, well, it's been very good. So,
Thank you very much.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you for the donation.
Yep,
We really
yep.
appreciate it.
No problem.
It's nice to meet you, Sheba. Come visit us again, okay?
Get in. Good girl. All right, viewers. Well, I promised Sheba her cheeseburger. She likes her weekend cheeseburgers. Don't you, Sheba? And for whatever reason, she knows when it's the weekend. If I don't get up and put on work clothes, she starts to go pretty wild. Because she knows we're going to do something else. We're going for a walk. We're going for bike rides. We're doing something other than go to work. Even though today we were going to go to work, but I think we did something a little bit better than go to work. She had a pretty good idea. So keep that in mind. If you got some spare cash, don't forget about our animals. Hi, Sheba. Even them stupid cats. I mean, even the cats. I'm just kidding. Cats aren't dumb. Vanessa would be mad if she knew we said that. Sheba just likes to chase them non-stop. So don't forget about your local SPCA or local animal shelter. And if you have any little extra money or time, you don't even need money, just time. Like the lady in there that we talked to, just like she said, they could use time, services. If you're good at, anything from computer programming to, to building to, mopping the floor, anything. Just take a few minutes and do that. And don't forget about our animals. Right, Sheba? She's not very talkative today. Anyhow, viewers, check us out on Facebook, Google Plus if you haven't done that yet. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to stay up to date with our weekly publications. And just remember, viewers, if we can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching. You want your little treat, Sheba? He doesn't get too excited. Huh? You want one of those? Oh boy, that looks good. And she'll only eat it if you put it in small pieces. And feed it to her. I think she's spoiled.